Good evening, choppers. Are we well? Let's start off by doing what we do best, which is like in the stream. Good evening, choppers. Let's like the stream. If you just joined us, please like the stream. We are like 4 minutes in. We haven't really done much, but yeah, let's like the stream so that we don't get interrupted during Mr. Powell's speech. We're gonna mark the register as well shortly. We're gonna also mark the register. What is your anticipation today? Do you think they are going to keep the rates stable as they are, no increase at all? They're gonna keep it as it is, or do you think that they are going to increase some rates or decrease? Right, we have seen that lately. It seems like Powell and Trump are not friends. It's been clear that they are not friends. But one thing that you guys need to understand is that the FOMC or the Federal Reserve is independent from the United States of America's government, right? So Trump was vouching for a decrease of interest rates. Why does Trump want a bit of increase there? Because the more they decrease interest rates, now a lot of people can be able to go and borrow more, which then makes it Trump look like he knows what he's doing. And if interest rates are high, it's usually the opposite, where people cannot borrow much. And that's when now people always say, no, interests are high, inflation is high, therefore they normally blame the government. And I think Trump at this point is not about that, right? So Powell has been saying for the longest time that he wants to keep it as it is. He does not want to pressurize himself. Him and his team, they don't want to pressurize themselves at this point. They're just going to keep it as it is. So maybe even today we might see it remain the same, because you need to understand something. The more inflation is rising, the more there's high possibility that interest will be increased so that there can be price stability, right? So yeah, the more inflation is increasing, the more we can expect the interest rates to rise. So at this point, what can happen to the stock market and what can happen to the FX market? So we know if there is a tightening policy, so if we have, for example, rate hikes, we are expecting the stock market to be bearish. Obviously, higher interest rates will make a borrowing more expensive, and that can slow down the economic growth, right? Investors also can shift from stocks and look at maybe safe haven assets, or maybe look into bonds. And what happens when the rates are being cut? That means there is an easing of policy. Therefore, we can expect the stock market to be bullish, right? So if today we see them decreasing the rates, we can see the stock market obviously being bullish. Now, what can happen to the FX market? If today we see higher interest rates, we are expecting a strong dollar. As easy as that. No coffee for me this evening, just a vanilla Coke. Right, so if we seeing high interest rates today, obviously we are expecting a stronger dollar. That usually attracts foreign investment and boosting demand for USD, because remember, now people will be in demand for that USD because the interest rate is high. Everyone is now looking for money, right? And it's expensive to borrow. And if we are experiencing lower interest rates, if Jerome today comes and says, guys, we are lowering the rates, we can expect a weaker dollar, right? Less attractive for investors. And that what usually happens is that we normally see exports become cheaper and imports become more expensive. So yeah, let's see, man. I've run a poll there. I want to know your opinion about what will happen today. So far, 52% of you are saying sell, 48% of you are saying buy. So yeah, it will be interesting to see. I come to you today with a heavy heart. I took my loss today for the first time this week. Painful loss. Painful loss. I sent this on the group during the course of the day. It was a painful loss. Let's go through it just before we start with Fomc, right? I'll try by all means to put the Fomc statement live on the screen. So this is what happened to me today. Painful stuff. But it is okay, man. I was telling someone that I was having a meeting with just before the stream now. I was saying, man, this thing is seriously a mental game. It can really affect you. So what I did today is I had an alert at 23,300, right? This is where I wanted my rejection candle and then sell it to the downside. Looked at my ATR. My ATR was trading around 20 pips or so, and I went ATR times 2. That's where I took my stop loss around 40 pips. And aiming to at least exit at this point at 23,000, right? So this is what happened to me, man. Painful stuff. Look at what happened. Look at that. I sent this on the group, by the way. You can check it out. I sent this during the course of the day. So this is what happened to me today. This is what happened to me today. So yeah, I saw some of you. I think Sis Nontlantla took this trade. She sold with me, but her stop loss was not tied, and I think she came out positive. So with me, I came out negative, which is okay. But mentally, I'll be honest with you, it kind of distracted my emotional side. I'll be honest with you guys. You know, I'll always keep it real with you guys. It kind of disturbed me, more especially when I saw it reversing the way it did, you know. So I mean, I was flowing nicely. Immediately after I entered on my rejection candle, I was good to go, man. I was good to go. So this German 30 did exactly what I'm showing you. So I was good to go. Look at this candle that after I got filled, look at what happened, man. Stop loss hit same time. So I think my entry was a bit premature. Maybe I was supposed to enter around this area here, right? Because on 10 minutes I had the rejection candle. On 10 minutes I had the rejection candle. There it is on 10 minutes. So I was supposed to scale down. Maybe if I didn't take it here, I was supposed to scale down, take it on 10 minutes, and then expect it to ride to the downside. Choppers, please don't forget to like the stream. Ensure that you like the stream there. Can we mark the register, please? So yeah, I come to you with a heavy heart this evening. But yeah, we'll look for a way to bounce back, man. Is the name of the game. It's just the name of the game, right? So I don't know. If you took some losses today, please share your experience with me on the comment section. If you took a win, also please share. We like sharing our moments together, our wins and our losses. We like being together, you know. Who do we have in the house? We've got Mohau in the house. Mohau wants us to play that song. I don't think I'll be able to do so. For those of you who just joined us, please ensure that you like the stream. Please ensure that you like the stream. We are like 15 minutes away or 18 minutes away. Pule is in the house. Synthetic trading saying it's about time, guys. Good luck to everyone. Sis Nontlantla is also in the house. Sis Nontlantla, please let us know if you took. I think you are the one on the group who took that sell with me, but you came out positive. I came out negative. Mark is in the house. MJ is in the house. Not me, by the way. The other MJ. Maggie is in the house. Maggie, is your account sorted? Last time I checked, you were verifying your account. Please let me know if it's sorted there. Tulani is also in the house. Mark is saying evening, MJ, Mr. President. By the way, Mark says I should introduce myself like this every time I appear on any platform. Synthetic is saying selling euro dollar. Mark is saying sitting on the hands, waiting for gold either to go long after a break retest 3,338 and 3 cents, or short after a break at retest at 3,022 cents 97 cents. Who do we also have here? Teso is in the house. Cities is in the house. Debza is giving us a very important message there, guys. Good evening, Choppers and Mr. President. Please, Choppers, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and use the link below. Sign up with the best broker in the land. Yeah. Kenos is saying from Lethabile, aka Coach. Yeah. Kenos is from my hood. I'm actually from Lethabile. It's a place, it's a kasi location in Brits. Pavalo is in the house. Good evening, Choppers. Charity is in the house. Kotato is also in the house. Mark is saying those are worst kind of losses. Yeah, my friend. Kotato is saying, do you use Bloomberg? Not really. Mandla is present. Charity is saying loss is never palatable indeed, my friend. Castle is asking for British Pound USD. My life is a movie. He's saying I'm taking sales on NAS and gold. Good evening, Choppers. Mudiri in the house. Tiriso Apane. Guys, we have 3 Tirisos, by the way. We have Tiriso Firstman, we have Tiriso Korisang, and now we have Tiriso Apane. We are Tirising indeed. Butle is saying, could you help guiding me to the group link? So yeah, I can do that. So yeah, let's see this FMC tonight. So hopefully we'll be able to watch it here. Hopefully we'll be watching it live here and trade while we are watching. Yeah. Are we expecting increase or decrease? Choppers don't really care. They always have a way to enter this market. Right, where is the market trading at? Let's look at the percentage change so far. WTI trading at $67.65 a barrel. It's now up by 1%. Let's have a look at that. In fact, I saw something on Nasdaq and it's quite interesting. I think I might want to buy Nasdaq, and I'll tell you why. If you are looking to buy WTI, wait to break above, retest $67.39, then you can go to the upside, right? Anything that is below this, please ensure that you don't buy this. That is going to be a sucker trade. You will be trapped. Only if you're above this level. Market down $67.37 or so. Then you can go to the upside. I'm still bullish. By the way, hedge funds and money managers are increasing their net long contract on WTI. So all my approaches this week is going to be bullish. I'm going to be bullish the whole week. Friday is a holiday in South Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, please note that day I've decided to take a leave myself. Euro dollar up, down by 0.71%. This is something that we are not used to. I want us to have a look at this two for now, right? Where we are currently consolidating on this two. Let me do this. Please allow me to do this. I want to have a 15 minutes chart here on euro dollar. Because these two normally correlates, we're finding a key significant area here at $1.29. I don't know, guys, but I think I'm anticipating a strong dollar. Not during the news, but I'm anticipating it. Even if, like I always tell you guys, that prediction during the news for me doesn't really matter, right? Is to get the overall direction. I think we have proven that during NFP a few weeks ago, where we said the dollar is going to be strong, but during the news it was weak. But shortly after that, 15 minutes after the news, we saw dollar gaining strength. So I don't really focus on the strength during the high impact news. Like, okay, even now the statement is going to be released, right? I'm not gonna really focus on the strength there. But I think I might be expecting a strong dollar in this coming week. All right, so euro dollar is currently trading below our POC level. POC level at $1.09, currently now trading at $1.08. As for British pound USD, we are also below our POC. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm expecting a strong dollar. So even if the news can be released and we are having something like this, for example, right? This is just this typical example. Even if we can have something like this going on, for me, it doesn't really matter. I'm more focused on the overall direction. So we can have FOMC come like this, which is then maybe going to be positive. Remember, as I said earlier on, what we might expect today is that on the FX market, if we are experiencing higher interest rates, right, we are expecting a strong dollar, right? But if we are going to see lower interest rates, that can be less attractive for investors, right? So it usually makes the exports cheaper and imports more expensive. What can we be expecting? We can be expecting the dollar to weaken, right? So higher interest rates, strong dollar; lower interest rates, weak dollar. So if Powell now today says I'm increasing them, we are expecting this. This strong dollar. If he's going to increase, right? Then what can happen to the stock market? If it's higher interest rates, we are expecting the stock market to be weak, right? Bearish. So that's what I'm saying. I'm kind of anticipating. If you look at, let's have a look at where we stand with the US30 and NAS 100. Let's see something here together. So on my left hand side, I have NAS. On my right hand side, I want to put US30. Let's do a comparison here. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you just joined us, please, we have a tradition that we have adopted lately that we want to hit 100 likes. We are only sitting on 55 and 106 people are watching this. Can we take 1 second, 2 seconds, please, ladies and gentlemen? It's a way of showing your appreciation. Like the stream. Just hit a like there. Hit on that thumbs up as we analyze this market together. US30. Almost looks similar, right? If you look at US30 and you look at Nasdaq, almost similar, right? Obviously, one is trading at 41,671. The other one is trading at 19,592. My take on this, if you look at the 1 hour chart, my take on this might be we can experience this. That's what I'm saying. Either way, even if we go up or down during the news. I'm more focused on the overall direction. That's my approach. I'm more focused on the overall direction more than anything. That might come in as a trap, and I'll tell you why. You would find that breakout traders are trapped here. In my experience, normally when we see something like this, you're having many people that will want to take advantage of this, right? Now, remember on the left-hand side, we have got Nasdaq 100. On the right-hand side, we've got Dow Jones, right? Usually what happens is that you might find a lot of people wanting to buy this when we break above. Let me show you something. You see, breakout traders, they normally enter here. You'll find breakout traders wanting to enter there. And I think by now they are screwed. Look at what happens. That's why I always tell you guys, day in, day out, never chase the market. Let the market come to you. And most of you always ask me, what do you mean when you say the market must come to us? We mean that you are analytical, you set your price points, you have studied your percentage change, you know how aggressive or how weak this asset is at that time, and you are waiting to execute based on your analysis. That's what we mean when you say, wait, the market is coming to you by following your analysis. Don't chase it, because when you chase it, you're always going to find yourself like a lot of retail traders doing that, because they see this as a third touch, right? 1, 2, 3, we've broken above it. Chances are, if we close above it, breakout traders, they buy and they get stopped out, and you find that the market will eventually do this. And that's exactly what happened with me today. It was very unfortunate with my German 40 sell. Very unfortunate. Let's check if maybe we have started here. Obviously, why is it saying in 33 minutes time? Let me see something. Just want to check something there. Okay. It seems like we're going to hang around here for some time. But it's fine. I enjoy hanging around with you guys either way. So that is just my take on this. Let's see how many likes do we have. Guys, we can do better. 79 likes, 108 watching. Can we take at least 2 seconds rather to like the stream? By the way, I always encourage you guys, never watch my live stream on mute. Please ensure that. Never watch this live stream on mute, and I'll tell you why. Because once I start drawing a lot of things and it's on mute, you are thinking I'm saying buy there or sell there. So make sure that when you watch the live stream, if you are watching it on mute, don't enter any positions. Let's have a look at gold. Now, gold is ranging between 3,045 and 3,023, right? Are we expecting? Well, I did say to you that at this point, there's a lot of profit taking from hedge funds and money managers. So hedge funds and money managers at this point, they are doing profit taking, which then we would see this happen. This consolidation here. And usually we might see this market dropping to the downside. But before we do so, we need to break a certain level. Anything that breaks $3,027 a barrel, or an ounce rather, look to go to the downside. As long as you are not below this level, you can't be looking for selling opportunities there. Guys, it's 8 o'clock. Let's do a bit of analysis as we see some reaction there. Can we go on euro dollar? Still below POC level. If any one of you entered trades, please let me know in the comment section. Don't forget to update me if you've got trades running. 25 pips movement, not really much going on there. Euro dollar still down by 0.54%. It's now trading at $1.08. Still trading at $1.08. Not really much going on. The poll is saying 49% of you are saying sell, 51% of you are saying buy. I'm still saying I'm expecting a strong dollar throughout the week, regardless of what happens here. Regardless of what happens during FOMC. Not really much going on. We're going to get the press conference in the next 27 minutes. We're going to try by all means to watch it live here. So stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. If you are in a trade, you are trapped, let us know in the comment section. Let's see how we can assist you. Gold still playing within the consolidation level, not really going anywhere. Above the POC level, currently trading at $30,036. Any reaction from the crypto market? Not really much. Also, we are finding this consolidating. As I've mentioned earlier on when we started the stream, that Trump wants interest rates to be decreased. Any reaction? That's what Trump wants. Crypto market not really reacting much. We've got Bitcoins trading at 84,258. Not really much going on there. Okay. One advice I might give you, please don't take this as financial advice. If you sell there, you're most probably asking for trouble. Don't sell there. Sucker trade, you might be trapped. You might be trapped. Don't sell there. This is what might happen. Then you get an overall drop. That's exactly what happened with me today. Here, by selling here. Can you see what happened? Took me out, went straight to my stop loss, went my direction. I wouldn't want that to happen to you. British pound USD still finding consolidation. If you look at 10 minutes and 5 minutes chart, you're finding consolidation happening here. Now trading above the POC level. Anyone in a trade? That's my take on euro dollar. That is just my take on euro dollar. Not really much going on. Pop FOMC. 27 pips. Kotatsu is asking, XRP legal battle with the SEC dropped. I don't know what is being happening there, my friend. Can you update us? Remember the SEC, I think they filed a legal suit against XRP, right? They are saying that I think the company raised over, was it 1.5? Is it 1.5 or 1.4 billion? So they were complaining that they raised that through an unregistered securities by selling XRP tokens. What's happening there, Kotato? Can you update us on that, please? Was the appeal withdrawn by the SEC? Ripple is taking place, man. It's taking over. The whole crypto regulatory framework, in my opinion, it's all over the place. Mr. Ndu say, I'm on a buy on... whoa, so we've got Mr. Ndu buy on Euro AUD. And then we've got Sfiso there on sales on Euro AUD. All right. Let's try to put it here on the screen and let's see what is happening there. I don't usually trade Euro AUD. Mr. Ndu is on a buy. Can you guys give me prices, please? Give me prices. Can you give me prices on this? Here, obviously, you are not expecting much because this has nothing to do with the US dollar. So, OZ against the euro. And by the way, they both closed. The sessions are both closed for Euro and OZ. My interest is on the Euro dollar, NAS 100. This is just my take on it. Don't sell there. Don't sell at this point. Sucker trade. WTI, how is it reacting? Remember, only buy above $67.35 a barrel. Imali is saying selling German at 23,330. In my opinion, I don't think German is ready to sell. As much as I sold it today, intraday setup, in and out. You know how I like those in and out trades, right? Don't sell euro dollar as yet. Don't you dare. Maybe we can have an intraday peak formation for me in a form of an inverse head and shoulder pattern. We're going to be watching this together in the next 15 minutes or so. That's my take on gold. That's my take on gold. But only if maybe we can experience divergence forming there, we can look to go to the downside. Five more people to go. Let's have 100 likes. 5 more people to go. We are having 100 likes for the stream. POCS at $1.09. We are still trading just below $1.09 at that $1.08. That's my take, folks, on euro dollar. I think there's a bit of trapping that needs to go on before we can see an overall movement. Take fib from the lowest point. There is your strike zone there. Fisher say, cut gold buys easy 5%. Well done, my friend. That is just my take on gold, but I need to see divergence forming there. I actually want to do a comparison of these two during the news now. Let's observe it. That is just my take on this. Mr. Butelezi is saying Tesla up by 4%. Man, Tesla, Elon is being crying lately. Up by 4%. Wow. Okay, fine. Let's have a look at some stock portfolios here, folks. Tesla. Sure. It's been struggling this day, man. Trading at $234 a share. Mr. Butelis is saying he's what? Swinging till 325. All the best, my friend. I wouldn't want to be. I wouldn't want to do that at this point. There's a lot of uncertainty going on with this. I wouldn't even dare. I wouldn't dare. Well, if I'm gonna look for buying opportunities on this, I'll be honest with you. Maybe I can look at, if I'm being a bit aggressive, I would say I'll be looking at 300, maybe 300 a share. But 325, and that's when now I'm saying I'm being a bit aggressive, you know. But potentially 270 for me makes sense. Potentially 270 for me makes sense, right? So it will also depend. It will also depend on what we see today. As I said earlier on, if we see a rate hike, tightening of policy, right, we can expect a bearish market. But if we see easing of policy, rate cuts, then we can expect lower rates. So higher interest rates, bearish stock market. Low interest rates, bullish stock market. Do you know? Okay, fine. So, do you know how expensive it is, and how expensive it's going to be for American citizens? The more we are seeing all this rig highs happening, mushrooming every day on Donald Trump's mouth. It's going to be relatively expensive for consumers. Inflation will increase, and I don't understand why Trump has a problem of he wants a rate cut, right? And you are going on threatening everyone about tariffs and posing tariffs on everybody. What will that do? We can expect inflation increase, and what happens is, remember, the Federal Reserve is not directly aligned to the government. They're not gonna, there's no political affiliation there. They don't really care about those kind of things. Their job is to make sure that the economy is stabilized. So the more we have more inflation increase, we can expect interest rates to increase. That will be relative for everyone to expensive for people to borrow from banks. So yeah, Mr. Buchelis, I don't know there, but I like your approach. As I said earlier on, I wouldn't want to sell the euro dollar at this point. I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't really want to. And Jerome has been saying, I don't need pressure. That's one thing I enjoy about the gentleman. We can say whatever we want to say about him. He doesn't want to get any pressure, right? He needs to stabilize price control. There needs to be a price control in the economy, right? Now, he's been saying no pressure to decrease, no pressure to increase. We take it one step at a time. We'll have a wait and see approach. Vince is saying rate is the same. As we've been saying during the start of the stream, that he's been saying that. So that is no surprise. Thanks, my friend Vince, for the heads up there. Really appreciate it, man. So what can we be expecting? I don't think there's any drama that we can expect here, even throughout the week. As I said during the stream, we might see during this time a weak dollar or a strong dollar. But my overall perspective about the whole thing is we might be seeing a strong dollar coming in. So if the rates are going to be the same, my anticipation is still aligned with how I see things technically and order flow wise. We're still trading at $1.08 there on the euro dollar. What's your take? I would love to know your take on the comment section there. Sfiso, you like violence. You like violence, my friend. Remember, end of April, choppers, don't you forget. I'll give you the dates, maybe the end of March. We are having a cabinet meet-up in Johannesburg. All of you guys, one room. Let's make it happen. Don't you forget that day. There we go, guys. There we go. There we go. There we go. What is this? Bloomberg. We've got our friend speaking. Come on. Okay, I'll just choose the random one that I will get here. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. My colleagues and I remain squarely focused on achieving our dual mandate goals of maximum employment and stable prices for the benefit of the American people. The economy is strong overall and has made significant progress toward our goals over the past 2 years. Labor market conditions are solid, and inflation has moved closer to our 2% longer run goal, though it remains somewhat elevated. In support of our goals, today the Federal Open Market Committee decided to leave our policy interest rate unchanged. We also made the technical decision to slow the pace of decline in the size of our balance sheet. I'll have more to say about these decisions after briefly reviewing economic developments. Economic activity continued to expand at a solid pace in the fourth quarter of last year, with GDP rising at 2.3%. Recent indications, however, point to a moderation in consumer spending following the rapid growth seen over the second half of 2024. Surveys of households and businesses point to heightened uncertainty about the economic outlook. It remains to be seen how these developments might affect future spending and investment. In our summary of economic projections, the median participant projects GDP to rise 1.7% this year, somewhat lower than projected in December, and to rise a bit below 2% over the next 2 years. In the labor market, conditions remain solid. Payroll job gains averaged 200,000 per month over the past 3 months. The unemployment rate at 4.1% remains low and is held in a narrow range for the past year. The jobs to workers gap has held steady for several months. Wages are growing faster than inflation and at a more sustainable pace than earlier in the pandemic recovery. Overall, a wide set of indicators suggests that conditions in the labor market are broadly in balance. The labor market is not a source of significant inflationary pressures. The median projection for the unemployment rate in the SEP is 4.4% at the end of this year and 4.3% over the next 2 years. Inflation has eased significantly over the past 2 years, but remains somewhat elevated relative to our 2% longer run goal. Estimates based on the Consumer Price Index and other data indicate that total PCE prices rose 2.5% over the 12 months ending in February, and that excluding the volatile food and energy categories, core PCE prices rose 2.8%.
There we go, guys. No changes. We're good. No changes as expected. We are still good. We are still good.
Survey.
Right, euro dollar still trading at $1.08. Like I said, I've got no business selling these things at this moment, guys. Sucker trades, it's a setup, it's a trap. If you fall for it, you might be banned. You might be banned. I had to switch off our music there. As I said earlier on, you've got no business selling euro dollar now. Let's stick to the plan, choppers. I'm still with you, choppers. I'm still here. Let's see. Are we having people running trades? What's happening there by ENCA, man? Kotatu's coming with breaking news. What's happening there, man? Are you talking about analysts that are there? What's happening, Kotatu? Talk to us, man. Goodwill is saying gold has a spike candle on the 1 hour time frame. Let's have a look at gold. Also up by 0.37%. Where's my analysis now on gold? I had drawn something here. Where is it? I drew something there on gold. This is my analysis. Divergence forming, obviously, on my RSI, which makes my approach to be much easier. Right, if you are going to sell the euro dollar, as I said, aim at $1.09 or so. Let's touch $1.09 and then we can simply say we can go to the downside. Chances are those that committed too early here, it's either they are stopped out or we're going to see another swipe going up, then we're going to have an overall movement to the downside. British pound USD. We are also having a spike now, trading at $1.29. We are just well above this level here. Is it ready to sell? I'll tell you now. We are above our POC level on British pound USD. I would safely say if I'm going to look for selling opportunities on this, I have to be below my POC level. I cannot sell it at this point. Unfortunately, I cannot. Guys, if this stream appears like Vaseline, go on settings there and put HD. 1080. So that you don't get a Vaseline setup. Guys, there's no nation that loves gold and Nasdaq like South Africa. That's my analysis on gold. All-time high. Go for all-time high again at 3,000. So I'm going to put an alert here. Please put it with me if you want to join me on this trade. But remember, this is always going to be a B trade, depending on what we are going to experience at this price. This is what I will want to see at this level here. If I experience something like this at this level where I have my price alert and I get a divergence here on my RSI, lights out. I'm all in for yourself. But this is extremely bullish. For those of you that are still holding your gold buys, I don't see why you should be panicking at this point. For those of you that are having entered as yet, please ensure that you are on the sideline. Don't rush into these things. Don't how train these things. This 3,000 mark, if you're being part and parcel of this stream, we take pride that we said it. Mid-Feb, we said we're going to 3,000. Where are we now? We are in 3,000. If you're looking for the best analysts in the country, I will safely say you'll find them at the Choppers group. We normally get it right, eh? We normally get it right. You guys are just the best. The best in the game. Don't forget to attend Cabinet Meetup end of April in Johannesburg. Sure, gold is moving nicely. Euro dollar is moving nicely. Like I said, just be honest, choppers. If you didn't attend this live stream, I'm sure you were pretty much thinking we are selling there. Like I said, don't sell there. Sucker trade, you'll be trapped. Thank God you attended this live stream. You were able to save some money for yourself. British pound USD again. You are going maybe to look to sell this thing. Why would you sell at this point? I'm not throwing shade at anybody, but this is just common sense. The market is giving you a clear direction that it wants to trap a lot of people, right? We can be looking for those sell setups at this point. This is a key level, by the way. What does this mean? There's a lot of money here, right? Hence I said, if you find this market coming down, you would find it go up again, then have an overall movement to the downside. Why? Retail traders are selling at this point. How many times have you been stopped out at those levels? Not anymore, my friend. Something like this at this. You know, I need to get new headsets. This headset makes me feel like I cannot hear myself and I'm shouting. It seems like I'm shouting at you guys. I can never do that. I can never shout at my cabinet. I have a very strong cabinet here. St. Powell is going to greet us soon. He already did, my friend. Good afternoon. You see the market already. One would think Mr. Trump is trying to demolish the Fed. Yeah, I don't understand why they don't get along at this point. The thing is, Trump is that one leader that doesn't want, he cares too much about what people think about him. So again, remember, the more interest rates are hiking, going up, the more now people are complaining. Everything is expensive. Inflation is rising. They normally blame the government. So most leaders, they don't want that. Most leaders, I'll tell you now, they don't want that. Sfiso, I'm not gonna read your comment, my friend. I'm not gonna read your comment. Mukele, good to see you, my friend. I'm also not gonna read your comment. You guys are wild. You don't like peace. I can only read this one, so this comment by saying, but for this season first quarter, we are bearish on the dollar. Ray saying, with no changes on the rate, the stock market is chilling nicely, positive. Tiriso Kurisang saying, which means if Powell decides to come with a wait and see approach, we are going to be more on the hawk side. Definitely, my friend. Definitely, my friend. Marcus saying Powell ruins life by just saying good afternoon. Indeed. Kutaz, I'm still waiting to hear why you're saying it's a mess there by ENCA. Carlton is saying gold just tested current daily high. Oh, okay, saying they are having a debate about land expropriation. Okay, I would want to watch that. I was asked by another media house to do what is my analysis on the South African market. with regards to land expropriation, and I was not interested. There are some things, man, you don't need to analyze them. I mean, they're just clear. What will this have an impact? There won't be much impact. Domestically, so there won't be. The whole world will make it look like, well, if land is being taken from the minority, investors are not going to be happy. I mean, that's a clear analysis. Everyone will think like that, but we know who pushes this market. Tulan is asking, Charity saying for now we just watch, we don't trade. I always say, man, if you want a very disciplined comrades, come on this channel. Very disciplined guys can stream for 2 hours, no trades taken, just sharing knowledge and information, being on the sideline, analyzing, see how we reassess our exposures, ensuring that risk management is intact. We know what is going to be our next move. We don't enjoy that MetaTrader sound. Every now and then we are entering trades. So that's what we do here, man. That's what we do. By the way, for those of you who just joined us today, guys, I took a loss on German 40 this afternoon, as I've shared it with you guys here. Took a loss and went my direction. Painful stuff. As I've mentioned, it messed up a bit of my psychology. My emotions, I think they were coming in a bit, but I had to, position myself in such a way that I'm good. So I think I've healed from that pain by just streaming with you guys. You guys are my panado, my grandpa. Iman is asking, are we going live tomorrow? I don't know. I work for you guys. I will hear from you guys. All right, gold hit all-time highs again from yesterday's high at 3,044, went to 3,048. I like what I see. One person was asking me what is divergence. So divergence is this, my friend, when you are having, for example, on price, and I'll look for the best possible basic way to explain what divergence is, right? So what you are seeing is that I've got my relative strength index here, right? My inputs on this is 80 by 20, right? 80% oversold, overbought, 20% oversold. What I normally do is, if I am expecting my RSI to print the same as my price action, right? So normally if I'm having a price that is going from $3,000.44 going up to 3,052, that means price is rising, right? What I'm then expecting is my RSI should also be like that. I'm expecting my RSI to do the same thing, right? To be picture perfect like this, right? So divergence is when you are now not having. Let me see if I can get an example of it. Just while we are still here. This is not. Let me see. Okay, so let me show you this. So say for example, you are having a market that is coming from $2,985 an ounce all the way to $2,099, right? What then happens is I'm expecting this to do what? To do the same thing, right? But you find that it's doing this. It's doing the opposite, right? Price is going up, RSI is going down. It's not printing the same way it's printing on price action. What usually happens is I normally look for a rejection candle at this point and I normally sell. I call it a Mona Lisa trade. I normally do this. There you go. As easy as that. So that's divergence there, Tulane. I'm sure it makes sense now. RSI is going down, price is going up. Your rejection candle is there. There it is there. Here's your rejection candle where you enter. You're good for your risk reward 1:2. You're good for your entry. So that's how I'm going to approach it even tomorrow maybe. Gold. I will simply wait for divergence to form, right? Already it's trying to print that and come to wait for this price to hit 30,050, 30,053. Then I'm going to go to the downside with it. So that's what I mean by divergence. Right, choppers. Let's leave it here tonight. If you have not entered any trades, can I advise you, please be patient with this market. We'll meet in the morning. Don't pressurize yourself. We're going to meet again in the morning, and we're going to see after the announcement how can we go about this market, right?